Hello, everybody. Welcome to Live with Georgia. I'm having a little bit of studio difficulty setting up the camera, getting the hair done. It's all up to the last minute. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. Tonight, we are giving away a very special mala. I'm so excited. I was making it all day yesterday and tonight, and I'm just going to hold it up to the camera. This special mala is called the Divine Heart Mala. It's just delicious. And I'm hoping that my camera, which does love to capture detail, will capture its color. Can you see that? That's a beautiful pink opal stone pendant. Let's see. If I get out of the way, it might capture it. There it is. And this chrysoprase, Australian chrysoprase at the top, and these are vintage white glass beads. And it just feels really beautiful in my hand. And I'm so excited that somebody's going to win it. So my campaign was run only a couple of days ago, but I'm hoping to get people to share my posts and share my emails. And so if you've shared my post, shared an email, liked and subscribed to my channel, you are in the running for this beautiful mala, the Divine Heart Mala. And of course, it opens the heart chakra. And I think the chrysoprase is the ones that opens up all the chakras and cleanses all the chakras. So lucky person who's up in the running for that. Hello, Jenny, Linda, Anna, hello. Maria, hi, you made it. Maria's been trying to come to the Saturday Night Live. She's got a family like me, and she's always away on the weekends. I have to send the family out, Maria, so that I can actually do it. But, when you're a full-time mum and, the weekends is when if your husband's home and you've just, that's the only time you can get away as a family, and I totally understand that. Jenny! Oh, it has a Mother Mary feel to it. It really does have it has a very soft feminine feel. And actually I had some doubts about being able to, so I had to drill a third hole in this maru bead. And so it was just a regular bead sort of with an 2-hole entry, and then I had to drill the third hole. And I thought it would be really difficult, but actually it wasn't. And it resonates to heart chakra. So it feels to me as if this is a truly sort of heart opening mala, and that to use it, the knots in between, for some people, it doesn't feel so well, but if you get used to it, just moving along each bead, there's a bit of space in between each bead, so you can feel enough to move forward as you say your mantra. And of course, this is worth $150. I've got a custom mala special in my shop at the moment. You can go to georgiamarantos.com shop, and I can make a special custom mala just for you, and it would be as pretty as this one. Or certainly we could work together, and you could let me know what colors you like and how you want it to feel. Just getting all of my tarot cards out of the box, making sure they're all here. So georgiamarantos.com. If you want to subscribe to my email, please go to my contact page. So georgiamarantos.com/contact. And that's where you can find a form to fill in, and you already clicked yes to subscribe. And then you just click send. And so I usually let people know of these kind of giveaways in my email. And this week I was so proud of myself. I think I sent it out Friday morning. Yay! Friday morning is much earlier than Saturday morning, so we're getting there. I'm hoping to inch it like one day forward every so often, and then I'll finally be giving people a lot of time. Liz, hello! You'd love 2 cards, you bet. You got it. Linda Drost has paid for a reading. Oh, yes, let me send you all the links to pay for the reading. Wonderful, wonderful. I have, remember my disclaimer is that we're for entertainment purposes only. And if you want to read my full disclaimer, I'm not a doctor, a nurse, or a financial advisor, a lawyer, or any professional that can really help you with the questions that we ask about life. I mean, the most of the questions are around our relationships, our finances, and careers. And if you're really, really stuck and you really need help from a professional is like the best way to go. And what the tarot can do is it allows us to kind of take confusion and turn it into clarity. And I love that word. I am like in love with the word clarity. It's like my favorite word. And not that confusion is bad. Sometimes confusion is that space between two clarities. It's a bit like happiness, right? And there's space between two sadnesses. And this reminds me, I know for everybody here, you all know that Derek O'Neill is having a Zoom call tomorrow. But if you are watching this video for the first time and you don't know who Derek O'Neill is, go to his website, go to his events page, and have a look at his Zoom conferences, Raising Consciousness, and book yourself in for it tomorrow. It's absolutely amazing. Totally energy uplifting, and we're all looking forward to it. I certainly am. So I hope to see you all there. Kristen, hello. Happy Tarot, Elaine. Hi. Elaine made a beautiful meme for me. I shared it this morning. It was just gorgeous. It's a picture of me holding up a tarot card and one that I had in my photo shoot with Michael Benabib. And he was amazing. He was just like, just be natural with the cards. Do what you do. Do a reading for me. And actually, when I was posing for that photo, that was a card that I had chosen for him. And so I was speaking to the photographer who was taking photos of me and doing a reading at the same time. And it helped kind of break the ice because I got comfortable, and it was just really interesting experience. Here we go, getting down to business. Tonight is the last night that we can raise money for Arunachala Animal Sanctuary in India. And I'm so grateful that everybody's here and that we've already got someone who's paid for a reading. Thank you so much. If you want to pay by credit card, you go to my website. This is the link. $10. If that link doesn't work, just go to my website, georgiamarantos.com/shop. and click on the Saturday Night Live $10 reading. And if you're going to use PayPal or Zelle, then you literally just use my email, georgiamarantos@gmail.com. And then let me know that you've paid. Also, to be in the running for this, I wanted you all to subscribe and like my videos. Like one of my videos. So if you want to like this video right now, you're going to be in for the running. I know a few of you have shared my post, which is really wonderful. I'm so grateful. Let me know that you've done, everything that I put in the instructions, which was even if you've attempted to share my email, or if you didn't get to this time, but you make an intention to share it in the future. I appreciate that so much. Just write shared and subscribed or something like that in capital letters in the comments, and that's what's going to put you in the running for this beautiful mala. Anna's getting a reading. Yay! So I'm going to write down everybody who wants a reading. Here we go. It's August 29th, an auspicious number 29, isn't it? For everyone who has the 29 is the number of the angel's birthday. I think maybe the September 29 is the angel's birthday, but any number 29, the 2 and the 9 add to an 11, and the 11 is the Christ consciousness number. So I always think of that when I see 29. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you for your compliments. Rebecca, hello. Lynn, hello. You made it. Yay. Shared and subscribed. Woohoo. Okay, so I have a list for all the people who have shared and subscribed. So Lynn has told me she has shared and subscribed, so she's on the list for the mala. Wonderful. So, yeah, let me know, shared and subscribed. I'm just going through the list, so bear with me, Liz. And so we have Linda Drost, who's going to be first in line. Linda, let me know your question. If you want to be specific or general or whatever you want, you let me know. Put your question in. You may already have. I'm just going through. Happy Tarot. Oh, hello, Mary. MBM's here. Hello. I hope you got my email. I emailed you back, and I was very grateful. I actually received it loud and clear. Anna's getting a reading. Yay. Colleen won a reading last week, and Colleen and I have just connected. She has a 30-minute free reading. And Adele, who was also here, we did her reading. Oh, Colleen, wonderful. Thanks very much. Colleen is on the list for the mala. Wonderful. So Linda Dross would like a general reading. Wonderful. Hello, Susanna. Hi. Thank you for being here. Elaine shared and subscribed. So I've got 3 people in the running for the mala so far. Wonderful, wonderful. Thanks for liking the video, everybody. Thank you. Woohoo. And Linda, 4. We've got 4 people. in the running. And I know a few more. I know, Maria, you had shared my post. So, as we go, hopefully I'll see everybody as we go along. So the first person, so excited. The readings, as I keep doing the readings, shared and liked. Yes, you did. Thank you, Maria. 5 people in the running for the mala. Yay! And so if you're here and you didn't see my campaign to give away the mala and sort of encourage people to share, my emails and posts, there's a mala that we're all in the running for. And if you want to, you could just share my email or my post. You can find me on Facebook at georgiamarantos3. And you can go ahead and share my post now. And even if people are not sort of joining in tonight, just any share makes a difference. So I really appreciate it. A general reading for Linda. What I need to hear most right now. Okay. I'm so excited. I need to calm down to connect with spirit. Here we go. For Linda. Oh, I felt like it was like the birth of Christ happening. There's like the North Star. I feel like you're in chakra alignment time. So your crown chakra is aligning with your heart chakra, and you are grounding this incredible light that I saw when I closed my eyes as you're connecting with the light. And I literally saw a star. So the fact that the pentacle has come up as a tarot card means that we're connecting to the light. And this is the golden light. So at present, and in general, when people are asking for a general reading, I'm finding that we just jump straight into what am I doing spiritually? How am I going spiritually? And so right now, the work that's happening around your heart chakra, connecting you to spirit, is very powerful. Why do I say that? Because see how his hands are in the yin yang symbol, this kind of like, as above, so below, understanding duality. Or I've gone all, here we go. The camera's focused on the card. So as above, so below. We've got to get the camera back into action here. Hold on. Forgive me, my technical difficulty right now. Amy, hello. Jennifer, here she goes. Jennifer is the one who taught me how to get my camera into focus. Thanks, Jennifer. Jennifer, woohoo! I know Jennifer had some difficulty connecting last week. Thanks very much, Jennifer. I really appreciate you making the effort today. Thanks, Amy. Thank you for your compliment. And so Jennifer's got her question in. Awesome. And Anna, put your question in if you know that you want a specific question. Let me know what it is. I also want to say that we don't often talk about the crown chakra, but the crown chakra is an integral part of our manifesting what we want. Why? Why would the crown chakra be that? Because we have to tap into our connection with source and with our connection to our stillness. And why do we have to do that? We have to go back to 0 point. We have to be at that place where there is no thought. I know that Abraham Hicks talks a lot about massaging the thoughts that feel good, because the feeling state that you want to be in, the feeling state that you want to encourage, is one of joy, one of peace, one of just acceptance, one of the willingness to be open to receive whatever the universe has to surprise us with, right? There's a sense of wonder. And that place comes from being in a very rested place. So when we're thinking about the things that we want, we're often revving into a very high gear with our desires. Oh my God, I really want that. Oh my God, I really need that. And it hasn't come to me yet. And so all these thoughts kind of muddy the connection. And what I've got here is that Spirit is saying, see the 3 spikes to his crown? Those 3 are the 3 of manifestation. And so if you connect daily and in your meditation spend time sitting, being, then you're sort of revving yourself up to allow the universe to bring you what you want. So there's that powerful message about understanding the way that the heart works too, the sense that the heart is in balance. So you're balancing your heart. You're connecting through spirit and you're working on your connection through spirit, because I saw a very powerful connection between a star, the North Star, coming down into you through your crown chakra, and you're grounding that here, right? You're grounding that. So you're allowing your 3D experience to be fully immersed in the 5D. I don't even know if that can happen, but essentially you're bringing it down and you're grounding it here, so that as you walk and as you speak and as you do, and even when you meditate, you're just filling yourself with this beautiful light. So I encourage you to meditate, because that was what was coming through. And even in prayer, I'm not sure if you have a prayer practice, but I can feel that even in prayer. I'm going to choose one more card, Linda. So this card talks to me about disappointment, and what you have is this sense of the disappointment which is going to carry you over the bridge. So the most powerful part of this card is, of course, the fact that disappointments happen for us in life, for all of us, and that when they happen, particularly when they're emotional disappointments, what we need to do is turn around and have a look at where we're going. How is this experience that was disappointing going to add to your strength as you move forward? How is it going to propel you into a better place than you were even before this experience happened? So this is the way that you start to reframe the experience and get you, and that reframing gets you out of that emotional state of feeling the disappointment. So then it's just a redirection. Every time you do it, redirection. And that's why the heart's coming into balance, right? Because when we have a disappointment, the heart needs to come into balance by finding something to be happy about. And the only way we do that is when we look to the future, when we get excited about having what we desire, having what we want, or even if all we want is peace and stillness from having to think about disappointment. That can be created right here and now through your practice. I know Linda Drost is a More Truth Will Set You Free workshop facilitator, and she connects very powerfully with the Ascended Masters. And she and I have had one-on-one sessions, and these sessions are so transforming, I can't even tell you. I have had my throat chakra cleared when I had this massive rush, and I just started the show like 2 months ago, and it just completely cleared, all the heaviness cleared. And so I can't recommend Linda enough, and it's almost the same that's happening here for you. All of this is going to be lifting off. If you could do your own mini More Truth or my More Truth for yourself, Linda, these would be the cards that would say, do it now, because once you redirect, you're off and running, right? You see what's happening? What you're doing is you're coming out of heartbreak, and and another 3. So you've got 2 3s. See, so for those of us who are learning how to read the tarot, whenever you get a repetition or more than one card, which is the same number, then you have to immediately say this is relevant. So you are in a space and a place of manifestation. And it's a very powerful place. So you can choose what you want to manifest. If you continue to milk the experience of disappointment, it has to come. If you choose to milk the experience of stillness and connecting with source and looking forward to the good things and being in a happy place, then it has to come. And so whatever our mind focuses on, whatever our emotions, focus on, and whatever they create, whatever kind of a vibration they create is what we attract. And so this is a very powerful time for you, Linda, to think about what it is that you want to create and how to direct yourself into that vibration that is going to get you to be in full balance and to bring down the light in the way that I saw you doing. It's happening anyway. It's happening because you're doing the practice. So thank you, Linda. Thank you for giving $10. 30% of your money goes to Arunachala Animal Sanctuary tonight. If you want to give more to the animal sanctuary, just let me know. We are raising money for them tonight. And if you decide, some people have quite generously given more than $10, and I usually make contact to ask, well, did you want to give more to the charity? And given that we've already raised $82.53, I think it was, and which is great. We've been going for 3 weeks, and this is our last night tonight. If you want to give more to the charity, just let me know. and then we'll do that. And at the end of the month, which will actually probably be this week, I will add up all the money that we've collected and put in the deposit, and I'll post it on Facebook to show the money that we have sent them, right? So that we can feel good. Win, win, win. Get a tarot reading, help animals and this wonderful charity in India. Anna Leclerc, I actually would just love a general reading. Oh, you are about to get one. Thank you, Anna. Maria, and Maria has paid for a reading. Thank you, Maria. Linda says, wow, great, perfect message. Thank you so much. And Maria, yes, you've got your question down. Oh, and Jenny. So I just saw that. So Jenny is before Maria, so I'm going to put you in there. Wait, did I put Jennifer down? Jennifer Hernandez, yeah. And then Jenny Didi. All right, I've got you all in order now. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming on tonight and supporting my show, supporting me, and supporting this wonderful charity. Anna's going to get a general reading. Here we go. My books are kind of sitting on things that they should. There we go. I keep seeing this beautiful mala. It's so lovely. I also have, I want to say, because I have it sitting on a Japa mala bag. So I can send you instructions on how to do mantra meditation if you don't already know. A lot of you have been initiated into this through Derek O'Neill. But this is a traditional Japa mala bag. Sorry, Anna, just before I go on, I thought I'd do your reading. This is a traditional Japa mala bag, and these are made in India. They're handmade in India by widowed women who are in sort of a very low caste, and once women have sort of either lost their husbands, they lose their income. And there's a woman, and she works, her website is India Odyssey. Can you see that? I don't know if this is backward. I should do it a little faster. Jennifer, you're in my head. You're telling me to do this nicely, slowly, so we can focus. India Odyssey. And it's not focusing there, don't worry. It is focusing on this wonderful necklace piece that I have, but I'll talk about that a little later. I love this piece. A friend of mine made it for me. So India Odyssey, and this traditional Japa mala bag, what happens is there's a big string, and you put it around your neck, and you put your mala inside, right? Your mala is dropped inside the bag. So it's in there. And in India, in the Hindu religion, and there's even a little mala hook, a little hook that you can hang your bag on if you wanted to hang it up somewhere. And the way you chant or use the mantra is you put your hand in the bag and your forefinger comes out the other side. Because in the traditional Hindu way of using the mala, you only use the mala touching it with your middle finger and your thumb. So you go the beads like this, and you don't touch with this finger. And so this bag allows you to have the mala inside the bag, and you never touch it with forefinger, which is considered the sin finger. So that's that way of, and if you wanted to work in that tradition, it's a gorgeous silk. So all of these are made out of recycled silk saris. And for the person who wins this tonight, you have the opportunity to buy this from me if you want for $10. Because these come from her, and you'll be contributing to these women. So you can also choose another mala bag, or you can have it without the mala bag. So I'm very happy to do any and all. Here we go. All right, Anna. Anna. There we go. Oh, Anna, the moon. Now, I must admit, the moon card in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot has this sense of, deep emotional sort of, it's a deep emotional card. Why? Because it's coming after we've experienced the Tower. It's come after we've experienced these big shifts. And, it's that point where what we're doing is we're looking to see, are there any sort of emotional sort of milestones in the landscape that we haven't completely cleared, right? So there's a dog and a wolf barking. they're howling at the moon. And then there's this crazy lobster that's kind of sitting in the water but coming out of the water, or floating in the water, or and often, right? Often, and this is I believe that this card is connected to Cancer, the astrological sign. And what you also have here are the two columns. So for those of you studying the tarot, this is the moon card. It's number 18, which is 9. So what you have going in this card, this message specifically for you, Anna, is that you're coming to the end of a cycle. And what you're doing at the end of the cycle is you're looking back at everything that you've experienced, and you're saying to yourself, is there anything that just needs that little bit more clearing? Is there any emotion that's kind of a little bit left over, just that tiny little bit that I can say to myself, oh, okay, well, I don't want to have to carry you know, that little bit of emotion. Do you see all of this? So you see the moon, which is very big. It's reflecting the sun. He looks like he's frowning. And sometimes this energy, the energy of this card can mean, the difficult emotions, the negative emotions. But what I feel it is for you, I feel that is, I don't feel that it's any negative emotion. I feel that it's almost like the last bit of frustration is leaving you. The last bit of, it's like when you look back and you see that thing and I'm like, have I totally finished with that? Am I good? Do I need to do any more work around that? And it just feels like it's like a speck of dust. And you could almost like use one of your guided meditations, Anna, sit in meditation and just dust it away, and it would be gone. It's almost like whatever you've been working on for yourself, you've come full circle and you've come to the end, and you've really worked through. So it's almost like a big congratulations is coming your way. And that tiny little bit that's left over, you're just going to be able to clear it very easily and effortlessly. Why do I say that? Because you have the two columns. Those two columns are in other major arcana cards. I was about to say that before. So if you're studying the tarot, the columns are in the High Priestess, they're in the Hierophant. And so those two spiritual cards, highly spiritual cards, remember the Hierophant connects to the High Priestess, and the High Priestess connects us to our spiritual mastery and also to the Akashic records, to all the spiritual knowledge. And so you're going to use your spiritual knowledge to clear the last of this. That's what's coming through. And if I pick another card, Anna, just to get more detail, because it's always nice to get detail. This is the card I was talking about, right? So where you've had great change. To me, in the spiritual journey, the Tower of Babel, or the tower, this is literally the story of the Tower of Babel. The foundations cracked. So they thought that they could be, bigger and better than everybody else. And this represents the ego. So what happens is once you've had a crack to the ego, once you've had your ego cracked open, what happens? Everything that you used to think was the way things were, it's not like that anymore. And it's a bit like the coronavirus has come in to show us it's not going to be like that anymore. It's not the way that you thought it was anymore. It's going to be different now. And so these two cards together, because they're both major arcana cards, Anna, tell me that you've got big shifts, right? That you've been going through big shifts. And these big shifts are good shifts because you've come to the end of the cycle and you're right next to the new beginning, which is kind of like the dawn and the sun. And this is spirit. This is the prima agni. This is the lightning bolt of awakening, the lightning bolt of the realization of who we are. And it's like everything, the way we used to think that we were, the way you thought about yourself, you're going to begin to think differently about yourself. This is a card of awakening. And this is the card that says, well, in order to awaken, I'm like sweeping my house and I'm clearing out all the stuff. I'm clearing out all the clutter. All right. Big cards, Anna, big cards, but lovely cards and important cards and highly spiritual cards. Look at all these yods falling down. Look, don't worry. You have got spiritual support. These little energy, they're called yods, Y-O-D. It's a Jewish word, and it means energy, God energy, and it's coming from spirit. And you see how they're falling out here? This is an act of God. Right? And this is an act of awakening, waking us up out of our sleep state. So congratulations. Wonderful. Let's have a look at the outcome. right? Because going through these can sometimes be uncomfortable, particularly if we're conscious, being conscious and looking around yourself and thinking, this is uncomfortable. All of these are highly spiritual cards. Look at this. So this is the Tree of Life, and you have a stained glass window in a church, and you're being encouraged to remain in your communion with not only with Christ, but also with your Christed understanding. Powerful, powerful, powerful time for you. Now, that was a general reading, but it was super heavy, and I hope that's okay. She says, oh, my God, spot on. Yes, thank you. Oh, good. I'm so happy for you because you're moving through it. Wonderful. Thank you. Liz, definitely. So, Liz, where are you on the list? I'll put you up. Here we go. We've got you next. Just a couple of cards. Now, I can't remember if, and you and I can talk about it. So, Maria says, my question, anything the universe has to say to me today. All right, another general. So, Liz, I'm going to pick a card. You said a couple of cards. It's going to be a couple of cards. It's so humid, and I thought to myself, am I going to spend time putting on makeup, or am I going to try to curl my hair? Well, I tried to curl my hair, but God knows what happened. I think it's just very frizzy. It might be about to rain, and it has been raining. We've had like on-off rain in New York City the whole week. These are cards for Liz. Liz, what you're doing now, you're going to do for the rest of your life. I feel like I've picked this card for you before. Look at you healing with your connection with spirit. Look at that green on the top of his helmet. And look how sturdy and grounded this person is. There's no moving this person. You have a lot of integrity, and I don't think you need to fear not one thing. In fact, I'd have to say you're not afraid of anything, Liz. You're a good person to be around. Amy says, can I put in a link? Absolutely, I can. So on PayPal, Amy, you can use my email, georgiamarantos@gmail.com, but I do have the link. Forgive me if it doesn't work, but you can literally just use my email, and I'll write that one. That's PayPal. And both Zelle and PayPal, marantos@gmail.com. to make a payment. All right, wonderful. And I think that will be good. That, we're doing really well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could probably take about 8 or 9 people tonight. This is wonderful. So this is Liz with passion, organized passion. So your passion doesn't go out of control. And that's good, isn't it? You need a certain amount of passion to get your projects moving, but then you don't want so much passion that you're overwhelmed with it. And I feel this is a very grounded stance that you have with what you have to offer the world. And I feel you're just going to keep doing what you do, Liz. You're going to keep offering your services, and you're just going to be there for people when they sort of turn around and say, oh, you're still here. Most people would have disappeared by now, but you're here. Wonderful. It's that sense of grounded compassion and grounded presence. True presence, meaning that your capacity to be able to be here now for people, as we know that you're a healer, you're a teacher, that capacity to be here now for people is very powerful. It actually wouldn't even matter what you did. And I know that you're an acupuncturist, that you're a sound healer, that you do a lot, you're a counselor. There's a lot that you do, but it's your presence, even in conversation with people, that is helpful. And that people would turn around and say, wow, I'd love to spend more time in her energy. So that's happening for you. And it's wonderful. This is a celebration. This is what we've been working toward in terms of working on ourselves, because you've done it for yourself, because you've come through the other side of so much hardship. Then people can see the light shining through you, right? And this is the promise of the work when we do the work, when we work on ourselves. One more card. Here we go. Yeah, just keep working. You're just going to keep working. This is kind of like your path. These are the pentacles. You're working on balancing the 5 elements. You're working on, and you're loving what you're doing. This is a young man who's working very hard and diligently and working on these beautiful pentacles, and he's just having a good time. He's outside, and look at the beauty of what he has, and they're for sale. They're for sale. I feel like he's in a shop and people are going to be buying what you're selling because what you're selling is good quality and what you're selling has integrity because you're selling yourself. And it's not selling yourself in a disempowered way. It's selling yourself in an empowered way. Look at the beauty of this blooming flower. And if you want some, and if you want to be that blooming flower, I can help you, right? That's what that is. It's a beautiful energy, wonderful divine feminine energy. Thank you for bringing it in, Liz. Jennifer, you're next. Let me know what your question is, Jennifer. Jennifer Anderson, hello. What is the best way? Oh, you did tell me, so I've just found it. What is the best way to emotionally support my son Anthony through recent life changes? Okay. Oh, our beautiful babies. And they have to do, so 2 cards popped out. Okay. I will pick some more cards, but these 2 just popped out, Jennifer. This is Jennifer Hernandez, and she's asked about her son and how she can help. So your job is to kind of be his therapist. Now, obviously, as a mother, we're therapist, we're mother, we're carer, we're nurturer. Of course, you're going to do that. Of course, you're going to hold space for his feelings. You're also going to help him navigate them. So there's that sense of, he's going through whatever he's going through, and it's the emotion that is the hardest part for us all to manage, right? Because we weren't shown how to do that perfectly by our parents and their parents before them and their parents before them and them and them. And probably even today, with all of the information that we have available and how to deal with our emotions, it's very hard to be totally present all the time and to model that sort of excellence for our children. And so I know this through my own personal experience. I am often being a child myself. It's like I just need time for myself, and I can't be there. I can't be there for my children who need me. And that's that sense of, when can I give to myself? It's really important that you're making sure that your needs are met. That's kind of like the base and the ground from where you then spring to have that extra bounce. So what gives you energy for you? How do you plug back in and get your energy sort of battery back up? So that's going to be really important. I just want to say one more thing about him and his experience is that he's meant to be going through this tough experience, right? And because you're going to help him manage his emotions, you're going to set him up for life. All right. So let's have a look at how you do that. I want to know. All right, let's have a look at how you do that. So I'm going to pick one card for how, like just a very practical question. How can you help him navigate these emotions, right? Because we know you're going to. All right. So the Queen of Wands, and once we start working with the suit, these are all the court cards, right? So these are the court cards, and she's a queen and she holds a wand. So the wands are fire, and this woman knows exactly what to do. So she is the woman of strategy. So what you're going to do is you're going to put into place a schedule. And in that schedule, you're going to give him periods of time where he's doing what interests him. And then you're going to figure out how you're going to place structure around whatever it is that he's experiencing. Can he focus for a certain amount of time? Let's say he can focus for 5 or 10 minutes at a time. Then that's all he needs to do. He doesn't need to do absolutely everything. So she's like a strategy person, much like the king. So the King of Wands is the strategy guy that you go to win battles or win elections or win, any kind of a business strategy. And she is the female version of that. So she's the one that does this for the home. She's the one that does this for the castle. She's holding a sunflower, which is the flower represented by the spiritualist. So she's connecting to spirit. She's also very psychic and highly intuitive. And I know your mum, and that means that I know that your mum is highly intuitive, and that means that you are highly intuitive. So you need to tap into your intuition, tap into your connection with spirit to get that inspired understanding how to act. But I do feel that he's going to benefit from your capacity to create structure structure that he's interested in, and structure that helps him alleviate whatever emotion is there, so that he can go out and run around and do whatever he needs to do and be interested in whatever he needs to be interested in, and then to come back and be focused whenever he needs to be focused. But even if this takes time, so let's have a look at time. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. So I feel like, you've got really big cards here. In 1 month and 2 months, you'll have this down. It's not going to be a problem for very long. Let's go back and let's go into weeks. 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. I actually think even in the next week, you're going to be able to put something into place to be able to help him with what's going on for him. I think you're going to show, a lot of compassion and love, as you would as a mum, right? There are things that you're going to stop doing, right? You're just going to look at how can I create a schedule for him that would help him and his emotions, and then how can I put in a lot of play and help give him what he wants, and balance it out between what's required of him and what isn't required of him, so that his dominating emotion is happiness. His dominating emotion is happiness and not frustration. I hope that makes sense, Jennifer. We can certainly go into more detail. Liz Dooley says, I love that, Georgia. What a beautiful service. Yes, a beautiful service in you, in a beautiful service, Liz. Thank you for being in service. And I'd love to spend more time around you, but you're in Ireland. Let's Zoom and talk a little bit more. I miss you. And anybody who needs any kind of, therapeutic help, check out Liz Dooley's website, because is it AcuAngels or AcuAngel.com? Please let people know. Put it in the comments, Liz. She's an acupuncturist, amazing sound healer, credible presence. Thank you. Oh, Jennifer, wonderful. Superb. Next is Maria. Maria. Just to remind everybody that that I am available for readings. School is opening up in September for us, which is literally a week away. And I'll be probably more available than I have been. So most people have had to sort of fit into my crazy schedule of like early morning readings or super late night readings. But hopefully I'll have more time available. So I can do 30 minutes, 60-minute, 90-minute readings. And if you've had a reading with me, I know a lot of you have written testimonials. Thank you so much. Let people know, let your friends know. I so appreciate you sharing. georgiamarantos.com. Read my testimonials there. Super active on Facebook. And Maria, this is for you. So what would Spirit want you to know, right? Maria, you're in a space of holding, right? So this is an angel. You're connecting with Spirit. Can you see the crown around the angel? Can you see how much light is coming from this angel's head? And also the fact that the angel has the golden hair, which is the crown, but also at the angel's third eye. This is such a beautiful card. I just love this card. Oh my, I just could talk about this card forever. But there's so much love, so much divine love flowing through you, Maria. And you are enlightening. So you're enlightening yourself, and you are enlightening others in your presence. But look at this. I mean, there's an exploding crown over this mountain. This is your path. Your path is one of enlightenment. And it's here now. It's here now. You are enlightening yourself. And that is the third eye chakra, which has 2 petals, right? It's a 2-petaled purple flower or something. Not sure. And here is the angel balancing the emotions, right? So you're finding incredible balance in your life. You see that the angel has 1 foot on the ground and 1 foot in the water. You're balancing your emotions. I would say for the first time in your life, you feel more balanced than ever. Look at the angel's wings and how big they are. and how beautiful they are. And so, your garden is blooming. You are blooming. This is a card of blooming, and you are blooming, and you're on the right path. You're in the right place. And that holding pattern that I was saying is that you're experiencing is going to go on for some time, because it's a major arcana card. So this is a card and an experience, because this is an archetype. This is the archetype of temperance, right? Temperance, which is that everything is tempered and it's okay. So the things that used to feel wild and roller coasterish are tempered. Everything is tempered. And it's a space that it's almost like the quiet, not before a storm, but it's a quiet that's coming in to anchor itself inside you, so that when a storm does happen, the storm is not inside you. Inside you is peace and calm and stillness and beauty and blooming. And so when the storm is happening, you can be that for other people, and people will come and be attracted to you. Beautiful card, Maria. Beautiful. I'm not even sure if I can say more about that. It's so beautiful. I feel this energy. I hope you all do too. So this is the energy of you on this path, and it's almost like you will begin a new path. When is that going to happen? So you're going to be doing something new, but there's no rush. It's coming to you. Maria says, wow, beautiful card. Been working so hard for it. Absolutely. Yes, temperance. Thank you, Georgia. So wonderful. Yes, and you deserve it. And this is the Magician, the manifestation card. So you are going to manifest a new way of working too, because that's what suddenly came up, this idea of new actions, this new pathway for you. And the Magician is, as you know, the manifestation card, the card of manifestation. So it will come to you through inspired thought, through inspired connection, and when you're meditating, as you do in the morning. So if anybody wants to get up early in the morning, 4 a.m. on Eastern Standard Time, and chant the Gayatri mantra with Maria, contact her, please, on Facebook, Maria Soul. Woohoo. Awesome. Yay. Amy, you're here. So Jenny Didi's next, and then I've got Amy. Awesome. Woohoo. We're doing really well. Thanks, everybody. We're raising money for Arunachala Animal Sanctuary. Oh, I did want to say, if you have a charity close to your heart, tonight's the night that we are going to choose a new one. So let me know in the comments. Just type the charity that you want. I have one, which is the Rainforest Flow. Nancy Santullo, our good friend, has an incredible charity that she helps people in the Peruvian Amazon forest. So I'm going to, here we go. We have a little bag, and inside this little bag, we're going to put all of the charities, and we're going to choose one tonight. So please let me know if you have a charity close to your heart, and we will. Nancy Santullo's here, right? That's her Rainforest Flow, so she goes in there. And let me know if you have subsequently shared and liked and subscribed my videos and my posts, and I'll put you in the running for this beautiful mala, which is worth $150. I'm asking people to pay for the mala bag because it is very special, and the money does go to a really great cause. Yeah. Beautiful. Wonderful. Have a look at it. Look how long it is, right? Miss Marla, let's sit around. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, my Lord. So beautiful. And it's, even though it has this sort of longness to it here, it feels very feminine. It just feels so feminine. And I often work with crystals and specific crystals, but I've also come to appreciate glass because it's made of the minerals of the earth. And I have some really beautiful glass beads that I was just keeping, and I was thinking, oh, well, but the crystals are better. Well, actually, they're all beautiful. And so we can appreciate beautiful things, and it's the energy we instill them in. So you never have to, if you chant a mantra on your mala, you never have to clear the crystal energy. I've had questions about that before, because it's the power of your mantra that cleanses your your beads. So if you're saying, I am love, I am love, I am love, I am love, and that's what you're repeatedly saying in your mala, then you never have to cleanse that. There's nothing negative about that. So in the sort of folklore of crystal cleansing, it's that crystals absorb energy and kind of get rid of negative energy for us, and they often absorb them and hold them. So for example, the smoky quartz crystal is said to be a very good absorber, but it does hold it, and that you need to cleanse it under the moon with salt water once a month. And so if you're using it as an energy clearer, that's what I recommend you do, because it would hold it through your intention. It holds that energy. But because through your intention, as you're touching the beads, you're saying something incredibly positive, then you don't need to clear these malas ever. Having said that, these, you won't ever need to. They only ever continue to be imbued with the energy of the mantra, so that when someone sees it on you, if you were to wear it, or every time you are around it, you would experience that mantra because of the repetition. So here we go. Rainforest flow. Where is my bag? Have I dropped it somewhere? Here it is. So do we have Rainforest flow, says Maria? Yes. Amy says the Irish Wheelchair Association charity. Absolutely. Let's put that in. Irish Wheelchair Association. All right, wonderful. We are going to choose a new charity. This will be for the month of September. So I've got that one in, Amy. Wonderful, thank you. So this is for Jenny. Jenny, did you ask a specific question? Jenny. I'm going up now. I think you did, Jenny. Let me just double check. Mary. Here we go. Lynn. Yeah, we've got everybody here. I'm just wondering if I've missed your question, Jenny. Jenny, if you're here, can you repeat your question? I'm so sorry, I can't see it. And I have, oh, there you are. Just paid for a reading. Thank you. General, please. What I need to hear right now on the next steps and moves in general. Lost the plot, basically. Looking for my North Star. Oh, that's so wild, because we did see the North Star for, for someone tonight. Here we go. It's so easy to do, though, isn't it? And it's because for myself, when I lose direction and I'm like, hang on, what am I doing here? It's so easy because we're so easily distracted. Our lives are so much more interfered with through social media, through, the current sort of state of the world, the unknownness, the kind of like, we don't know what's going to happen. We have this sort of economic thing looming. We have this, there is so much that if we were to listen to so much of the noise, it's highly distracting. And so I know that a lot of you have unplugged, and, I've done my best to unplug, but it's, social media knows how to capture your attention and pull you back in. And it's like a drug, really. It's quite addictive. So I can relate, Jenny. Here we go. And this will probably be the answer for both of us and all of us. What you need to hear right now. Let's have a look here. There we go. What you need to hear right now. There we go. All right. So Spirit is making contact with you. Here you are. You're the Buddha sitting under the Bodhi tree, meditating. And I'm sure you are, because he's in a meditation pose. Now, he has his arms crossed, right? So there is passion in your heart. See that? He's wearing a red shirt. He's wearing a green tunic. Now, the green tunic represents the heart chakra. And the red represents the root chakra, which is the grounding, why he's sitting under a tree. It's a very grounded pose. But what is he not seeing that Spirit is offering? So here it's a matter of, if the North Star is waiting for you to turn your attention to it, right? And so all you need to do is shift your perspective and say, oh, for a moment there, I got confused, but I'm back because all I need to do is refocus on the North Star, and there it is. So, how do we lose the North Star? Because we take our attention away from it. So all we need to do, because here is Spirit offering this cup. Here is Spirit making this offering, saying, oh, yeah, we don't really know what's inside here, but I'm here and I'm connecting you. I'm connecting you to me, which is Spirit, and I'm connecting you to that which you want. So this figure is looking at these cups. So all this figure would need to do is lift his gaze. So it's a matter of changing your perspective, right? And it's kind of getting yourself back on track by bringing your mind back into alignment with Spirit. So I would also say, check in on your emotions, because the Queen of Cups is very connected to her emotions. You see how her feet are in the water, practically. She's surrounded by shells and angels. And so the fact that, so this is a shell, but these are two angels. Here is another, shell. There are pebbles on the ground. So what she's communicating is that our emotions are more than likely responsible in shifting our attention away from the North Star and shifting our attention away. So if we identify our emotions, are we feeling positive or negative? So, and I know that's very simplistic. There are so many emotions. We have a whole range of them, and they all have different names. There's, complacent, there's boredom, there's so many emotions that are mixed together in different states of being and states of experience. So there's fear. Sometimes fear is mixed a little bit in everything. It's crazy, isn't it? And how it pulls on different thoughts and then amplifies other thoughts, and then you get a big ball of emotion. Right. And so what's happening here is that you're being reminded to keep a check on your emotions. How are you feeling in the moment? Are you feeling great? Are you feeling not so great? If you're feeling not so great, that's an indication that you need to look for the North Star. So it's a terrible, simple answer, but a very, very powerful answer. Because the minute you bring your attention back here, you remember what you've anchored before, because you've been connecting with your North Star. You have had that grounded sense of, I know where I'm going and I know how I'm feeling and I know that I'm connecting with Spirit. So the minute that you just pull yourself back there, you'll be back in the groove, because you've created a groove through your practice, through your meditation, through your chanting, through your... Remember, he's meditating under the tree. Sometimes we're waiting for these big sort of explosions and, these towers and, these big lights and bangs and it's sometimes it's not that. Sometimes it's just very, very quiet opening, very, very quiet trust, very, very quiet, happiness. It doesn't have to be loud. And I feel for you, Jenny, that's what it's going to be. That when you're connecting, it's going to be a very quiet connection and a very quiet receiving and a very quiet, this is kind of your gift, where and I know that you're a life coach, and as a life coach, that's what that quiet connection is the gift that you have to give the people who are coming to you, right? Here is this Temperance. Now, what are they doing? These are cups. All of these are cups. Cups, cups, cups. So whatever's creating confusion or, disconnection from Spirit has to do with emotion. So I would definitely check on your emotion. And then all I would do is redirect yourself to Spirit, and the emotion will clear, because you'll get back into that anchored state. And here again, what lights up is all the gold. Look at all the gold in his head, the gold in the cups, the gold in the flowers, the gold on the crown on top of the mountain. Remember, this is, these are the mountains, the Himalayas, or the great big mountains. This is the road to our victory. And so you're on the road to your victory by tempering your emotions and by balancing them and understanding that there is a time and place for loud things, and then there's a time and place for very quiet things. And I feel all of these cards are about getting quiet. I'm feeling very quiet right now. Amy says, what is coming up for me with my house? Wonderful. I've got your question. That's beautiful. Where to live. Okay, love. So Elaine says, I would like a card. Oh, Elaine, I didn't see you. I'm so sorry. So I'll do Amy and then you. So, Jenny, I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Your first sort of step is to check in with your emotions and then to shift and then to remember that you've anchored this connection with the North Star. And then then you're back in your groove. That's what it feels like. It won't take very long. Let's have a quick look here. How long will it take? How long will it take? So I hope that there's some, because tonight we don't have a card of the week. It won't take very long at all. This is a card, when I look at timing, when I only choose one card, I then look at what suit has come up. Is it a major arcana or a minor arcana? Major arcana, if we picked a major arcana for the timing of you getting back into your groove, then I would say, well, it's going to take a few months. Didn't feel like that, though. We picked the Ace of Wands, which is the quickest one. So you could sit down in meditation tonight and be like, back in my groove. All good. Don't know why I asked the question. So best wishes, Jenny, and I love your energy, and I'm really happy for you. So did we get any other charities? Anyone else? Jenny says, beautiful, yes. Quiet receiving. Yes, have been tapping into listening. Quiet balance. Thank you. Does make sense. Wonderful. These are your next steps to get back into connection. Superb. So we have Rainforest Flow and the Irish Wheelchair Association. So these are our two. Well, it's going to be easy tonight. We have a 50% chance that our charity will be Rainforest Flow with Nancy Santullo or the Irish Wheelchair Association. Linda says, I have a charity, El Shaddai Charitable Trust in Goa. Okay, let's put it in. Oh, I'd love to hear more about that one. I've never heard of it before. Oh, there's the Irish Wheel Association. Irish Wheel, Nancy, and El Shaddai Charitable Trust in Goa. Wonderful. Thanks, everybody. Yeah, you had one? So yeah, I've got this one for you. We've put it in. Thank you so much for repeating it, Linda. I probably missed a few. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people in the running for the Mala. Anyone else? You can go to my webpage, actually to my Facebook page or my Instagram page at georgiamarantos3 and share my posts. Even if people are seeing, that I'm live on Saturday nights, maybe they could join us right now. Or, next week I'm live every Saturday night. So happy that everybody is here. Thank you so much for your support. And Arunachala Animal Sanctuary is going to be very happy with our donation this month. I'm super happy. Thank you so much, everybody. Amy, this one's for you. Amy, I just found your question. And then I lost it again. So I'm just going up to find it. Here it is. What's coming up for me with my house and home life? Where to live? So will you stay where you are or will you move, right? So I like to keep it very specific when I'm looking at the cards, particularly around that. We can look at what's coming up in your home life in general, but that wouldn't necessarily be answering the question about where to live, right? So I'm going to pick a card for staying at the place that you're living at now and then one for moving. Staying where you are, Amy, and moving, Amy. So what I've got staying where you are, I've got an ace. For me, an ace, an upright ace, is an absolute validation, a big yes. So for some reason, right now, staying where you are is probably a good thing. To move right now would take a lot of effort and a lot of strategy. So the King of Wands tells me you'd need to be very specific. You'd need to have to find a place that was that had what you needed. And so see this guy, he's the kind of guy that likes to put together a plan. So if you are, in fact, thinking about moving, I would take some time to create a plan. So I'm going to need money for deposits. I'm going to need, X, Y, Z, I'm going to need movers. So what you want to do is sort of plot everything out in terms of moving to get yourself some clarity. So put it down on paper and say, is that doable now? Because what the cards are saying is that right now you may be better off staying where you are, obviously, right? Nobody's doing anything in a hurry. And I believe you're probably saying, well, I know that because you're very practical. So if you're looking at moving, right, which is an option, and of course this is your choice in life, you have, you're listening to your intuition about where you need to go, and there's passion around this so that you do want to leave. There's reasons why you would want to move, right? And if you do, then you need to kind of plan it out. That's what I'm getting very strong sort of feeling that planning is important, and it may happen pretty quickly. It may happen, right? So while you're where you are, there's a lot of energy around movement. This is a movement card, right? So I wanted to choose these two cards together. So he's the guy that makes things happen, and this is kind of things happening fairly quickly, right? There's a lot of love in this in the home place at the moment, a lot of opening of love, and these cards are saying if you were to move, you would move very quickly. I wonder if you'd move. You're in the country. I remember you telling me you were in the country. It's almost like, would you move just a stream over, or if there's a creek somewhere near you or a river near you, you'd probably move just over the way, right? And here you are as the queen, and what you're doing is you're coming into mastery with your emotions, Amy, and you're becoming a master of being able to see how your emotions create and interact with your thoughts. And so I say mastery because look at the cup that she's holding. It's a very fancy cup, and there are angels on it. And these look like little arms, but they're actually angels. I'm going to put it right in, see if you can focus. So you can see her cup has these angels. She's very focused on emotions control our thoughts. It's interesting, isn't it? Because sometimes we know that there's an exchange between thoughts and emotions. And that if we were to experience an emotion just on its own, without thinking about it, without milking that emotion with any kind of thought, the emotion would last 90 seconds. It would rise, the emotion would come, and then it would go. So anxiety, for example, right? Fear is exactly the same. And the panic. So this is what most psychologists know and understand, that if you can help somebody stay calm through their panic by controlling their breathing, the emotion will leave, right? Whereas if you don't, then it just rises and rises and rises and rises, and you get a higher peak, and you get more thoughts being attached to the feeling, and the thoughts make the feeling worse, and it just goes up and up and up until there's either a faint or a collapse or something happens. Eventually, the human animal is designed to survive. So, if we can make it better for ourselves by helping ourselves control our emotions. So that's the main message I feel of the energy of your reading, Amy. Let me see. And about vulnerability. I'm going to pick a card for vulnerability because I feel like it's such an important sort of word for everybody. How we can be vulnerable and maintain our connection to our self-empowerment. How we can be vulnerable and courageous in our vulnerability. And I'm just like, in the back of my head is Brené Brown. And sometimes I can't listen to Brené Brown. She is so good. And what she says is, her perspective on vulnerability is so fresh and so real and so practical. And it's so much information. I can take little bits at a time. And on my Facebook page, I recently shared a post by her. Look at that. You're going to succeed, Amy. I just want to encourage you in all that you're doing. Success is yours. So you're doing everything right. Healing is yours. Just this card popped out at exactly the right time. Just needed to let you know that you can handle everything that you're handling and that it's not going to be overwhelming. Right? This person is wearing a wreath on their head. There's a wreath on their staff. There's growth on these wands. There's a procession of people coming through. Even if other people doubt you, doesn't matter. Has nothing to do with you. You are the one that's in control of your own destiny. You manifest that which you want to manifest in your life. You are the one that is responsible for that. And you know that. So you just need to keep going as you're going. Look at this wonderful cape of healing that's on top of you. And you're sitting on top of that healing. You're healing. You know it. Keep going. Congratulations. Wonderful cards, Amy. Super happy for you. Kristen liked and shared and subscribed. Woohoo! Yeah, a lot of people are already subscribed. And when I put that in the post, I'm like, oh, people have already subscribed. But I thought maybe someone would come along and who hadn't been subscribed. But thank you so much, Kristen. Kristen's in the running for the Mala. Woohoo! Hay's here. Marlene. Can't really participate, but I've been listening at work. Wonderful. Thanks, Marlene. Thanks for joining in. Liz Dooley is on the list. Woohoo! Yay! We're heating up. Oh, this is so exciting. I want everybody to have a Mala now. I'm so sorry that we're going to have to compete to win it, but there's only one person who can have it tonight. And I'll be, the Malas are sort of fewer and far between the giveaways because, of course, they cost more, but also the time and effort required in making one is more. So, that's why I had originally priced them at $300 because the energy that I put into them is really, it's real, and it is worth that. At the moment, they're on special. So if you want your own Mala, go to my shop, have a look at Custom Mala. It's on special. You can have a look at all the different ones that I've made in the past. You can have a look at my Instagram page. I've got pictures of ones that I've made. Any color stone, wood. I love wood. I actually have some beautiful aromatic Palo Santo beads. They just blow you away. Really beautiful beads. They're about 10 millimeters, so they're a little bigger than normal. But if you wanted to have the energy of Palo Santo, let me know because I have some beautiful Palo Santo beads. I could make a Mala out of that. I don't have much sandalwood, but, anything you wanted, we could source and we could make it, make it for you. Or you could let me sort of intuit, sort of bring down the energy of what your energy level, where you're at, and, we can create something new. Karen, hello. Karen says, vulnerability is beautiful. Comes our authentic self. And we just run from authenticity because we are afraid if you see the real me, you'll dislike me. So true. Jim Carrey says that. Wow. This is so, so, so true. So, so, so true. It's that sense of the shame, it's that sense of showing our true self and being ashamed of ourselves, because we were shut down as children. Everybody gets shut down as children. It's just, I don't know. I'd want to meet. I'm working on it. Aren't we all working on it? As mothers, you see that you repeat the same mistakes your parents have made, and it feels terrible because you're conscious of it. But we're all doing the best that we can. And we can do better. We can always do better. We can always love better. We can always love more. And we can love ourselves as we are right now, that we make mistakes, that we feel ashamed, that we close ourselves down, and that we do all these things that don't help ourselves. And then we can just allow that to be. And I love this. I love this sense of authenticity. Like, it's okay to be me with all of my faults. It's okay for me to fumble around and, not be the best mum in the world some days, or be the best mum in the world some days and not even know it or something. It's something that is so real and raw, and we're allowed to not hide. Let's not hide behind any ideal. And it's very easy to do that in the spiritual sort of world. I've certainly done it myself, where we're hiding behind a facade of always thinking positive. Nobody always thinks positive. We're living in the world of duality. There has to be both. It's just a matter of how quickly we pivot into the positive so that we feel better, not for anybody else's sake. Although when you have children, it is for somebody else's sake too, right? Everybody benefits. The whole family benefits when mum is helping herself. So is there someone who's paid that I haven't done a reading for? Elaine, have I missed you? Elaine, did you ask for a reading? I can't remember. I saw you somewhere and now I've forgotten. We're going to choose our charity. Any more charities? We've got 3 in the bag. And then after that, we're going to choose the winner for the Mala. I'm so excited. Are you excited? I'm so excited. So here we go. 3 charities, shaking it up. Anybody else got one? Anyone else think of? Yes. So Elaine, I will do your reading for the 5th chakra. I'm going to count them now. 5th chakra. So it's going up, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the throat chakra. So double check. I'm double checking with you, Elaine, making sure that we're talking about the same chakra, the throat chakra. And since nobody else has put another charity in, I'm about to choose the charity for the month of September. And, I took a peek in, so I'm just going to rub them all around. The throat chakra, great, I've got it. Okay, I'm excited. I can't wait to see which one it is. Okay, we've got one. It's Nancy Santullo's Rainforest Flow. Woohoo! Yay! Well, I'm sorry to the other 2, but Nancy's Rainforest Flow has been in the running for many, many months, and she's finally in. So I'm so excited. I'll be letting Nancy know that we'll be supporting her charity very soon. And yay! Yay to Nancy! Rainforest Flow, yay! We're helping people in the Peruvian Amazon forest. And the fact that the Amazon is such an important living, organism in the whole world, kind of keeping us in balance with the way that air and water cycles, and keeping the atmosphere healthy and keeping the rain and the water. It's wonderful. Yay. So this card is for Elaine and for her 5th chakra. A message from Spirit about Elaine's 5th chakra. I'm clearing the chakra as we speak. Elaine, I've had a little sort of thing in my throat, actually. All right, here we go. 5th chakra. Now, this card is very blue. The color of the 5th chakra is blue. And I have to say that one of the most striking parts of this card is this stick that he's holding. Now, I do a form of energy healing called Rising Star Healing or Rising Star Energy Treatment. And in the Rising Star, when we work on each chakra, I see visions of what the masters are doing in each chakra, and often they're kind of like moving things around or kind of emptying the chakra of all the toxins. And I see it as a very practical thing. It's like things are being moved and things are being sort of ordered. And so it looks like there's a needle. And this is not physical. It's almost like psychic surgery. And I know that I can say this to you, Elaine, because you're highly intuitive, highly, highly psychic. Can you please let people know what your website is? Oh, I will let you know about this necklace. Yes, it's so beautiful. Thank you so much, Anna, for reminding me. You may have gotten this one. Interesting. So it's very blue and pink, right? So pink brings in the feminine, and pink brings in this connection with the heart through the divine feminine. And so there's a lot of compassion around the throat, but I really feel like the work that you're doing around your throat chakra is the masters. If you're getting any rising star healings, it's almost like they're pinpointing exactly where they need to go in your throat around this area. Now, remember, we have the thyroid here, which is a very important organ in the body because it regulates our mood, it regulates our temperature, it regulates our energy levels. And I don't know if you've had any sort of issues around the thyroid or any sort of issues around those things where mood, temperature, energy levels. But I would say, Lynn, I hope you didn't pay for a reading because we're almost coming to time. But let me know, Lynn. I think you had just told me that you had liked and subscribed there. So we're just back up here at the thyroid. So what I would say around the throat chakra and around the organs around the throat chakra, because we also have the arteries that feed our brain and our blood vessels, right? So for some reason, I'm getting the energy of a very physical changes happening around here for you. And it's you're going from this sense of stormy waters into calm waters, and it's taking its time. You know, the throat chakra is all about judgment and compassion. And so when we think of judgment, we think of self-judgment and judgment for others, right? And we're taught this, we're just programmed into it through our upbringing and through our schooling and through our highly analytical sort of lives, right? But what I see is that there's a lot of working and a lot of healing happening around this here for you. And also, right, there are swords. So why are we talking about the throat chakra and not talking about thoughts? So it's not just the energy of self-love and compassion. It's not only the heart energy. It's also the thinking. So your thought, your heart, so your mind, your crown chakra, your heart chakra are going to combine in, so if I can say this, when you meditate, you're going to connect your heart through your throat and your crown, and these are going to align perfectly, right? And that's going to be very, very powerful. If I can say, how long will this take? Not very long. Even in the next month or 2 months, the work that you're doing around your throat and fifth chakra is going to lead to success, you know? I think if you're on the Zoom call tomorrow, it's going to be very, very helpful, because this is the offering. That's for the following month, sent you up in the following month. And then there's a workshop. I don't know if you're connecting into Derek O'Neill's spiritual workshop in September, but for anybody listening, go to his website, have a look at his spiritual workshop, incredibly powerful and available over Zoom to anybody all over the world. Can't wait to start telling everybody about it. And I haven't done that, but I'm going to. And I think that the next 2 months are going to be very successful for you in terms of clearing this. So if you have thought about getting a rising star healing, do. I think there's some tiny little psychic surgery that's going to happen. And that's going to be very helpful for all of the organs around here too. I hope that's helpful, Elaine. This time, I feel like the way that we read this card this time is different to the last time, right? And so maybe last time the message needed to come through about the fifth chakra, and that this time we've kind of pinpointed it, right? Beautiful card, a lot of calm. You know, blue is very calming, and it's why a lot of medical people wear blue. You see a lot of hospital personnel, you know, doctors, surgeons, nursing staff, they're all wearing blue because it's a very calming color. Calm for them because they're in a stressful situation, but also for people who are coming into their aura and they're, you know, anticipating or something bad or negative, but when they see blue, they feel calm. So it's a wonderful color. Elaine says, I've just had relationship rising star and movement came up around the fifth chakra. So very much in alignment with your reading. Very beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. That's wonderful. Superb. So that if you've just had a relationship rising star, then that's working on the fifth chakra very powerfully. So for anyone who's never had a rising star energy healing, I highly recommend it, because I have the honor of being able to see what the masters do with each chakra as they're working on it. And it's very specific. For each person, something very different happens at each chakra. Of course, it's always an opening, a clearing, a detoxing, and then filling full of light. Each chakra, right? Each energy system as it moves up the body. But just know, Elaine, that the work that you have done in the relationship rising star, it's working. And the effects are almost immediate. If I was to look in the next month, 1 week, 2 week, 3 week. So it's almost like there's a culmination at the end of September. At the end of September, it all comes through. There's success. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Here we go, everybody. There's 16 people watching. Woohoo! We're giving away this beautiful mala. I now want you to pick a number between 1 and 30. I've got the number in my mind. I'm going to write it down so that you all know. So Lynn, Colleen, Elaine, Linda, Maria, Kristen, and Liz. You're all picking a number. All right? You're all picking a number between 1 and 30. And I've got it. Okay? For this beautiful mala, wonderful, soft. Oh, so soft. Okay. So that was Maria. Is there anyone here who hasn't? Liz has got hers. Yep. Kristen. Karen. I didn't even put you on the list, Karen. Thank you so much for sharing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that's Amy. Thank you so much, Amy. The winner is, drum roll, please. I'm so excited that this mala is going to number 22. Maria! Yay! Woo! I don't have any bells. Oh, I do have a bell. It's a little bell. Woo! Congratulations, Maria. Woohoo! If you need a mala bag, you can buy one from me. I think this is the most beautiful one that I've ever seen in my whole life that goes with this one. You're the winner. And so here you go. I had made a mala for Maria so long ago. And do you remember, was it Kuan Yin that we put on your mala, Maria? And it was a beautiful yellow jade. Was it a yellow jade that we used? Or it was the green jade that was pendant of the Kuan Yin. So gorgeous. I don't remember the stone, actually. So congratulations. Maria, I'll be in touch with you, and we will. Thank you to everybody who's participated. Thank you for sharing my posts, sharing my emails, for liking and subscribing. Thank you so, so, so much. I am overwhelmed with gratitude for all of my friends who are here and all of the people that are here that are watching but haven't sort of made a comment. I know that you're here supporting me. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I just want to plug next week what we're learning about. We're going to work on the 6-pointed star spread. This is such an important spread. So for me, it's kind of like it came down in the download for me on using the holy triangle, the holy trinity of the Fool, the Magician, and the High Priestess, and the earthbound triangle, the Emperor, the Empress, and the Hierophant, and using that Star of David to help heal our issues so that we can move through them. And it's just really wonderful. The tarot, you just do the spread, you lay the cards, and then we look at any issue you have, and we can pinpoint where it's come from and pinpoint how to heal it. And it's just wonderful. So I'm going to be talking about that next week. Wait, Lynn. Have I got everybody? I don't know if I've lost everybody now. Lynn was 23. So Lynn, our winner is Maria. She picked 22. You were so close. For anybody who wants, thank you, Georgia. This is always a special time. Thank you so much. For anybody who wants me to make a mala for them, please reach out. I do have a couple in line that would be before you, and those people have been waiting a very long time. But they were also waiting on certain parts to arrive, and the beads. Sometimes I have to drill the hole in the beads a little bit more, and so sometimes the making the malas takes a little time. And I also want to ask for forgiveness and understanding around the mantra cards, which I've done half of them. And what happens is I take up a lot of space on our table, and then the children come over, and then I have to pack everything up again. So I'm in between sort of opening everything up, using the watercolor, splashing and making a mess, and then I have to pack everything up again. So I don't have my own designated art table, but I do take over the table. And so I'm in and out. So I'm almost ready to ship those out. Jenny, Dee Dee, yours are ready. So I need to make a trip to the post office. So it won't be long. And Elaine says all divine timing. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful night. georgiamarantos.com. I can't wait to see you all next week and do this again and raise money for Nancy Santullo's Rainforest Flow, and I will be on social media and letting you all know how much we raised for the Arunachala Animal Sanctuary. And thank you so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, everybody. Bye. Not yet. I was about to end the stream. Anna, Anna, you wanted to know what this. So I have a good friend named Masha Avina, and she's a Russian friend, an artist who has been making this sacred jewelry in her apartment in Washington Heights, and it's extraordinary. You have a look at what she makes, and she makes these huge pieces, like she'll use an ostrich egg as a ring, and she has a jeweler. Well, she used to have a jeweler who would kind of meld and make these pieces for her, and she's had to change her jewelers. But this is a beautiful piece, and I wear it because it reminds me of the third eye, and I think these are rubies. It's a vintage piece. She finds these pieces in, like, I don't know, she just finds them all over the place. And so she made him you can see she made him sort of solder these two pieces to hang it like this, because I think this was a brooch. And then she turned it into a necklace piece, a pendant. It's just stunning. I love it. Did you think that it was third eye too? Yeah, it just feels like the eye, doesn't it? And actually, Elaine, who were we talking about where we saw it was Maria in the temperance card, where the angel had a big round sort of doctor's, thing. It looked like a light, but actually to me it looked like the chakra up here in the third eye. So thank you so much, and I'm glad I remembered to talk about it. But you can follow her on Instagram, Masha Avina. Look her up, and certainly I'm following her. So if you look at who I follow, you'll find her there. Good night, everybody. Lots of love. Have a wonderful weekend, and thank you.